talk about the training facility itself.
Okay.
Kind of where did the design come from, and let's talk a little bit about what concept you had when you put this together.
Well, the concept I had was trying to utilize, get as much as I can in the limited space that we had, which is not limited. We got 52 acres out here, but trying to make it the most useful we could. We were able to use all the ranges at one time. You know, that's our big range, which goes out to 225 yards, and then our two smaller pistol bays or carbine bays, which are 40 by 50 yards, and then we also have a 360-degree shoot pit with a 30 by 60 shoot house inside of it. So we're able to run those simultaneously, which is one of the key things. I want to be able to operate and do more than one thing at a time safely, and that's where a lot of that came from. And then utilize for the rest of the facility for whatever we might want to do, some patrolling tactics maybe or something like that, or we had some canine groups that were interested that have come out here before to train and man tracking and things like that. So it works out really good using the rest of the property for that.
And not only 360 degree, but three-dimensional. It's up as well. Talk about, obviously you look at the photos, we got some amazing shots from the air around the facility. Talk about what, some of that does as far as safety and as far as, helping this run everything all at once.
Like I said, our shoot house is, it's in a 360-degree shoot pit. It's snail trapped in, so you could shoot 360 degrees in any direction safely without the bullet leaving that environment. Which works out really well. Our big range is a 40-foot high berm in the back, and then 25, 30-foot side berms, which we're able to shoot in those three directions, which makes it really good. And then the same way with our pistol bays, not quite as high, 20-foot berms, but work really well for encapsulating anything that might escape. We keep our fields in a conservation program, a CRP program, which the grasses are growing, which helps with sound abatement. The berms where grasses grow and the trees grow back up on them. Once again, to help muffle some of the sound, which works out really well and helps with erosion. So it's all working out pretty good, in the environment we have. So
not to mention, it's always in top shape. That's one of the biggest things that we get compliments on is people seeing it for the first time and realizing, how nice this looks. And this is to many, this doesn't look like a shooting range.
No, everybody says there's a golf course. I said, I'm just lucky to have a wife that likes to cut grass, because she spends a lot of time with that zero-turn mower and big thing with any range facility, I think, is, people complain about noise, neighbors or whatever, but I think we do everything we can, to keep that down, which works out really well. Like I said, by letting the trees and the grasses grow back up on the ranges. So, but we take a lot of pride in our facility because we feel from the moment you walk in the gate and drive all the way back, which is a good ways, to the actual classroom, we want to show professionalism right from the start. All right, having grass growing up and weeds everywhere and a place looking like crap, just doesn't show professionalism. But we have so many compliments of people that come in that it's just an awesome looking place and they feel comfortable training here just because of that, because of the professionalism. So we take great pride in that.
If you're used to training at a facility that's in the, shooting into a hillside or the backyard or the lot, the pasture, something like this is far from, I assure you, far from anything that you've experienced. And it's definitely something to be experienced. We can only talk about it so much. You can see photos and video, but to experience it is an experience. It is a destination for training here and a premier training facility in the state of Ohio.
And it works out good if we have different, some departments, law enforcement departments, which we'd like to see more of them come out, but we're able actually to drive around. We can drive from our big range and actually put on a scenario and actually shoot on the big range, drive our vehicles up to the pistol range, shoot on that, drive around to the 360-degree shoot pit and move down into the shoot house, with vehicles, and be able to engage targets like that. So it's one continuous, operation going on at the same time. So try to be as realistic as possible. I don't know, it worked out really well. I was looking for something that able to give the best possible realistic training as possible because there's so many places out there that to me, put on a lot of can training. You're shooting in one direction, paper targets. That's all you can shoot at. That's all you can do, and it wasn't getting you weren't getting the benefit out of a real world type training, which I think you get here. I mean, we push the envelope pretty hard, but I think we do so safely, and the range facility allows us to do that in a safe manner. So.
Yeah, there are very few training facilities, except for private, maybe even department-owned facilities
Yeah,
give you
multi-million dollar facilities.
exactly that
Yeah.
give you the ability to drive your own vehicles out if the training calls for that, to actually have your own department vehicles on the range and to work with those. It lets you see some of those shortcomings. It let you see some of those problems that your officers may have before you actually have to go experience those in real life. And I don't want to jump ahead here and talk about training and getting into that mindset and street versus range. But
That is a big part of it, though, is training like you're in real life.